partner in the raw food guys that Ned called me 15 minutes ago. When he told me what happened this morning, I thought it was a nightmare. I can't believe it. What happened this morning?
What happened this morning was, I believe at about 7 a.m., James, Jim, and Steve were here at the location, and there was a knock at the door, and James and Jim went out front to try to leave the premises, and the cops were in the front and there were cops in the back, and I guess they did not read James's rights. They presented a search warrant and they handcuffed him, and then they took him away and they took him to his home, where they proceeded to rifle through everything in his home. Leela, who was the trustee of Rawsome, showed up and said, I want to see the search warrant, and they said, no, we're not going to give you the search warrant. You have nothing to do with this, as James was standing there in handcuffs, and they proceeded to say, you're obstructing justice and please leave. So they changed the locks on James's door, and they took everything out of his house, like computers and paperwork and whatnot, and then they took him to the police station.
Did the police give any reason?
I don't know at that point if there whatever search warrant that he was handed. I don't, I'm not familiar. I have the search warrant in my hand right now. I haven't read it. I'm going to give it to my husband, who is an attorney.
I have 3 kids. We love to eat good food.
Yes.
What do you think is the impact of closing this place to the health of our kids?
The health of our children and the future of this country is in a very perilous position, and I think that the average American really is still not aware, even if they don't consume nutrient-dense foods such as raw foods in the state of raw milk or raw beef or any of the other myriad things that are out there. They simply don't realize that these are the foods not only that are keeping us well, but will nourish us for decades and decades to come. So they continue to eat foods that are going to be part of the problem rather than the solution. And so I think children will suffer terribly.
Do you know that a way to control the masses is not feeding them well so they cannot think clearly?
Of course, absolutely. I think it's been going on for decades, and I don't know if it's a systematic, I don't know if it's been calculated, I should say, but it certainly has been systematic. And I think we've gotten so in over our heads now with Monsanto and genetically modified organisms, pesticides, herbicides, super weeds, all these things, and you start to add these up. Maybe singularly they wouldn't be something that's so overwhelming, but now the amount of toxins that are in our environment is so overwhelming and damaging to the body that we no longer can fight it. I mean, I myself, since I was 12 years old, have not put anything chemical on my body. I'm so sensitive to anything. I don't wear makeup, I don't shave, I make my own natural cosmetics, I make all my own natural detergents, so I don't have anything that's chemical, and I've been eating organically for 30 years now. I moved to Hawaii when I was 18 years old, and I learned how to grow my own food. So that's very, very important to me. But people think it's nuts. But they don't realize that maybe one day they're going to say Coca-Cola. We want to take Coca-Cola away, and all these people that drink Coca-Cola will be up in arms about it. So watch out, America, because they're going to come after something that you cherish.
What can we do to help James and help
What we can help
this?
is that get the word out to the media and tell all your friends. And we're going to be having something on realfoodrights.com. So tomorrow, James and I don't know if Victoria, but Sharon are going to be arraigned at 8:30 in the morning. And if you go to realfoodrights.com, let me make sure that that's correct. realfoodrights.com, and we're going to put the location, and we need everybody to show up for their support. And you vote with your fork 3 times a day. If we're so lucky in our society, in our country, that we can eat 3 meals a day, vote with your fork. Everything that you do is a choice, and make that choice the best choice that you possibly can, with your consciousness, with your heart, and with your pocketbook. Because those are the only ways that we're going to ever go forward with anything, is that if we vote with our fork.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
A package like to keep us trapped in greed.